the wake of last night's unprecedented, frankly preposterous all-emoji patch note leak, we've decided to scrap our plans to release 7.34 this coming Thursday and are shipping it today. As in right now, as in immediately right now, in fact, as you read this sentence specifically at exactly the moment you read this part of the sentence here. If you missed yesterday's emoji leak, or are one of the few unfortunate people who've never seen the emoji movie and thus don't know what emojis are, you're welcome to dig into the full list of 7.34 game update notes here. In addition to gameplay changes, we've also reworked Captain's Mode, so get ready for a fresh new flow for upcoming tournament drafts. As we mentioned in June, we're working on some fun stuff to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Dota 2's official release. The good news, it's almost ready. The bad news, it's not quite ready today, but keep your party hats ready and pitchforks at half-mast. We're looking to ship it soon, as in very soon, as in well soon. Lastly, over the last few days, we fixed a few additional gameplay issues not covered in the other patch notes. For completion's sake, we present them here. Fix Beastmaster Wild Axis providing vision of the center of the map. I didn't even know that was a bug. Fix another way to cause Earth Spirit Stone Remnants crash. Fix Keeper the Light Illuminate damage being wrong when casting a second Illuminate while the first is still traveling. Fix Silencer Glaze of Wisdom not stealing temporary and from Meepo clones or Arc Ward and Tempest Double. Fix an issue where wards can move after spawning. Fix Watchers showing is disabled when they still become capturable if that occurs in Fog of War. Damn, that means Watchers is still in the game. Alright, well, this patch sucks. Fix a number of particle FX issues, including adding back missing feet FX for Terrorblade Arcana. Oh. Ah, yeah, so we guessed that already. I guess that was pretty obvious. So instead of 232, it's 221. So that, wait, that's just old all pick. That's old all pick. Yeah. Oh no, they're talking about the old one. Yeah, okay. So that's the old one, this is the new one. 322, first pick 412. Second pick 131. 412. I'll just have to see it, honestly. I'm not gonna think too much about it because I don't play Captain's Mode, and we'll just have to watch a tournament to get a real feel for it. I'm not gonna delve too deep into that. Time per ban during the first phase bans decreased from 30 to 15. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Everybody knows what they're banning in the first phase every time anyway. Alternative cast abilities. Updated the UI for many abilities that were using autocast to enable different behaviors on an ability. Alternative cast abilities can be toggled in the same way as autocast, default, alt, plus keybind, or right-clicking to adjust their cast behavior. Alternate cast abilities have a unique icon for the different casting modes. Holding the control key will allow you to cast the non-selected version of the ability without having to toggle it. I mean, that's kind of cool. Unlock abilities have been updated to use alternative casting. Yeah, we know about these already. Added a new stat, slow resistance. Reduces the impact of slows on your hero by a percentage. Status resist no longer affects the impact of slows. About a half of existing slows in the game have had both duration and impact reduced by status resistance, but now it affects only the duration of slows. Okay. Scan now has 2 charges. Killing Roshan no longer grants control of any watchers on the map. Thank fuck, man. That's a good change. Main jungle watchers for both Dire and Radiant have been moved to different locations. Thank fuck. Adjusted the position of the triangle watchers. Moved both outposts of the main jungle to the triangles. I mean, that's just a safe laner buff, actually. Alright, so I'm gonna make a prediction just based on this. You're gonna start seeing a lot more, like, Sven Luna because of this. Basically what it means is your triangle is gonna be much harder to invade. Like, significantly harder. So heroes that are really good at taking advantage of the triangle are probably gonna see a bit more play, if not a lot more play. Like, heroes that just walk to the Ancients and fucking kill them every minute. Because now you're going to have an outpost and your triangle. You'll be able to walk across your own offlane and be able to farm another ancient camp, and it will be extraordinarily hard for the enemies to make moves on you if they don't want to get TP'd on. And, like, typically, in the past, you know, during this patch at least, 7.33, most safe laners just wanted to stay in their lane as long as humanly possible until they were physically kicked out. And then once you were kicked out, anybody that couldn't do the Ancients at an early level would just sit near whatever the mine buff was. Which usually just means you collapse near your T2 and you sit there, right? So yeah, The idea before was if you lose your tier 1, you just try to farm nearest the outpost or the mine. So the mine gives you the buff, right? And you don't have to like lose all your mana or HP depending on what side of the map you're on. Now you're basically just going to want to pick a hero that can relatively early like fight in that area or go to it. Like the triangle. 7 health per second is a lot though. Added UI added UI to support self-restoring item charges. Okay. Cost reduced, max inventory stacks decrease from 3 to 2. Restock time increase to 3 minutes. Yay, no more blood grenade spam. Fuck that item. There's a mine in this game, there's 2 of them. One between the T1 and the T2 and top and bottom. Bottom one gives mana, top one gives HP. If you farm near them, you get 1.5 mana regeneration if you're on Radiant, and 7 health per second now if you're on Dire. Disguise duration increase from 35 to 45. Yeah, it's probably because of the map changes. Well, the caster is still disguised. Any allies that come within 300 range of them will also get the buff. So that means you can actually miss your smoke on your allies and then walk near them to get smoke applied after the fact. I skipped refresher? Yeah, I don't give a fuck about this. This is literally just a Roshan item. I don't care about like the stats. None of this shit matters. Like, it's cool. Like 6 mana regeneration is cool, but you're still using it in the same way, so who fucking cares? This doesn't matter. Consuming nature's profit sprout trees no longer grants healing. Also, this thing doesn't drop until quite a bit farther into the game anyway. So by the time you get here, like, these stats aren't bad. It's just that you're not going to keep the item in your inventory for stats. You're always going to use it in a fight anyway. Especially important fights of like that stage in the game. Arcane Blink now restores 200 health and 100 mana when used. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Because it's on a 7-second CD, right? 7-second cooldown. 200 HP and 100 mana back every time you blink. Don't tell Tinker. He's still not going to rush it. That's a nice change, though. Unholy Strength now additionally grants 35 slow res. That's pretty cool. They're buffing Battle Fury. Quelling bonus damage against non-hero units from melee and ranged heroes decreased. Okay, so this is just a compensate, but this is just better anyway. Crystallis is even cheaper, man. This item is so cheap. People are going to go back to just buying like first item Crystallis. Alright. So this is just for the Crystallis changes. Soul Stealer maximum damage bonus increased. Inhibit no longer roots creeps, instead applies normal slow. Suppress now affects all units and a 350 AoE around the target. It's kind of interesting. Hey, this is just the Han version. Transmute has 2 charges, eventually comes with 1 restored time, 100 seconds. The old one, was the old one 90? Or is it 100 before? Draw forth now is 50 mana cost. No, they never Harpoon. Disarm no longer pierces debuff immunity if applied beforehand. Yeah, I guess that's fair. That item was a bit strong. Dominate now increases neutral creep ability levels by 1. Okay. Refreshing the item now restores full charges of energy charge. Okay. Transfer spell block from multiple sources now refreshes the buff instead of applying multiple instances. Okay. 150 damage to illusions, 150% damage to illusions. That's cool. I like adding stuff that fucks illus. Fuck illu heroes. MKB is cheaper. Nullify no longer purges debuff immune targets. Thank the fucking lord, man. This item was so stupid before. Overwhelming blink damage and impact decreased. Wow, that's a pretty big damage nerf. Overwhelming blink now deals 100% of strength damage over the duration. Oh, okay. So they just moved it. It's not all front load now. Yay, more anti-illusion stuff. Phantom Province no longer grants attack speed. Phantom Province now applies a minus 20 magic resist debuff to the enemies on attack that lasts 3 seconds. Applied before the damage is dealt. No longer deals no damage to debuff immune targets, but reduction by magic resist still applies. Okay. This item just got enormously buffed. Because before, if you had BKB, you would take half damage, but now you're going to only take 30% less damage. So BKBing against this item it's basically only giving you 30% damage reduction. Yeah, Brooch was garbage for sure. This is also much closer to the Han equivalent. Harken's Blade, this is almost identical now. Rod of Atos no longer provides strength and agility bonuses. Intelligence bonus decrease from 24 to 15. Now provides 300 HP. Get fucked, Meepo players. I feel like this is literally just a Meepo nerf. Like, straight up. Isn't that the old Atos build? Yeah, kinda. More or less. And Snap. Yeah, I mean the universals, right? Alright, same thing as Atos. More Illu stuff, good. Basher and Abyssal buffed, good. It's close, but it's not exactly the same, yeah. Recipe cost. Wait, they buffed Soul Ring? Okay, that's kind of cool. Spirit Vessel recipe change. Now requires Urn of Shadows, 2 crowns. Universal Veil Buyers, log in. Magic weakness now additionally deals 200 damage to all barriers. That's kind of cool. I think this item is still kind of bad, but... I wonder if the 200 damage is flat or if it gets affected by MR. It's probably flat. If it wasn't flat, it would suck. No, they nerfed Arcane Ring. Alright, Duelist Clothes got buffed. Brooch got nerfed. Brooch only ever gets nerfed. Wow, Lance got buffed. I don't know if that was necessary. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Dude, they keep buffing Seeds. That item is already good. Afterburn is no longer applied by illusions. Thank fuck. Fuck illusion heroes. Specialist array buff. I don't think that was necessary either. Why'd they nerf Vambrace? What? What the fuck? They buffed Ogre Seal Totem? Hello? That provides 20 slow resist. Nice. Endurance now also grants 40 slow resist. Havoc now pulls in nearby enemies by 100 units and 0.2. Nice. Now provides 5 health regen. Martyrdom now only redirects magical damage. Redirect amount increased. Duration increased. This item is fucking disgustingly good now. This item right here, this is fucking strong. Fix not providing smokes bonus MS speed when casted. Okay, slight nerf. This item is crazy though, to be fair. Slight nerf on Prism, slight nerf on Trickster Cloak. Shadows now only make targets untargetable by enemies of the caster. Okay. So it's no longer like a stasis. You can take damage now. Yeah, T5s or whatever. I don't give a fuck. Coil rescaled. Damage rescaled. Oh, it's a 300 damage nuke now. Login. Max stacks decreased. Movement slow and status resistance reduction per stack now increased by 1.5 whenever Alchemist is in Chemical Rage. E-slap. Duration on Vortex decreased. Vision increased. 4 Ice Vortex duration. This guy is basically the fucking vision giver now. Oh my god. Aghanim Shard upgrade reworked. Previous effect removed. Now creates an illusion of anti-mage next to the enemy caster upon reflecting their spell. Illusion deals 75% damage, takes 100% damage, duration of 4 seconds. Counter spell ally. Creates a counterspell shield around the targeted ally within 600 range. This shell similarly creates an illusion. So you can target it on your enemies now? Isn't that just Spear Breaker Shard? It's just Spirit Breaker Shard, but better. So they probably reworked that one too. 150 mana void radius, -1 blank cooldown. Wow, that sucks. This is really bad. Big nerf. Yeah, they nerfed this hero, actually. This is okay. Like, it's okay. Okay to pretty good. But these talent changes fucking hurt him really bad. At least as a carry. No longer provides magical attack bonus, now provides 80 base bonus attack damage. Tempest Double is now a targeted ability with 700 cast range that spawns a Tempest Double in the pointed area. Targeted? Hold on. I don't know what that means.
Zet is the self, and the self is division of labor.
Oh, so it just spawns next to me? Hold on. What if I...
Refugees who says must learn what they stand against. Indeed.
But I targeted the creep.
Tempest.
It still spawned on my head.
Life is and can be when it is given by a foe. Always aware. Self becomes.
Yeah, it's just spawning on my feet still.
The self must not fail. Self unites with radiant self. For now.
I don't understand. Is now a point targeted ability with 700 cast range that spawns Tempest Double in the pointed area. It's bugged. No, it doesn't say Dire or Radiant, it just says that. I don't know, it's not working for me. I can't target creeps, I can't target the ground, I can't target heroes, I don't know why it's not working. I mean... I did target the ground, hello?
Hounding. Disunity stirs once more.
Wait, maybe I don't have... No, it's on.
In unison.
Maybe it's a quick cast bug?
Matter has been split from its intended form.
First blood. Thanks and have fun.
Unite first blood. And so the great unification once commences. Phasing. What
Okay, it's literally auto-spawning him no matter what. I even turned quick cast completely off and it's still doing it, so I don't fucking know. Yeah, I updated. Alright. Wait, why'd they buff Axe? Now fully pierces debuff immunity. Sleeping units now aren't awakened by any damage dealt by Bane. Gains attack speed against sleeping units. Now removes nightmare effect from a targeted enemy. Brain sap cooldown reduction from 2 to 3. Okay. Beastmaster summons a hawk that circles around him and dives onto an enemy within 500 range, dealing 150 damage for 1 second. Hawk cannot be controlled. Prioritizes heroes and is killed upon Beastmaster's death. Hawk has an attack interval of 4 seconds, but it scales with attack speed. So wait, it just like is alive and doesn't die when it dive bombs now? Magic res increased. 60% magic res? HP bounty decreased from 77 to... Okay. No longer has dive bomb. Now summons an additional hawk. So wait. This is just like Ion Shell, but with birds. So every 4 seconds, he gets a free nuke that hits you as if the birds are alive. And it scales with attack speed. I mean, it's interesting, I don't know. Okay, whatever. Aghanim Shard upgrade, move to a separate sub-ability. Yeah, we know about this already. Base armor increased by 1. Dealing or receiving magic damage also extends Brewmaster's own Brewed Upon duration. Or Brewed Up, that's cool. Drunken Brawler now additionally grants 25 attack speed, bonus triples when brewed up, fire stance crit chance decreased. Takes an issue where brewing Sonic and increased health. Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed. Aghanim Shard now also increases stack limit by 3. Bristleback now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. It allows Bristleback to be point targeted. Bristleback turns his back towards the targeted direction and after 0.5 seconds forcefully ejects 6 sequential quill sprays in a tight conical pattern out of his back at 0.35 second intervals. Bristleback is slowed by 40% for the duration, disarmed and cannot turn, but can still cast all spells in any direction. What the fuck? Airball now applies 2 stacks of viscous nasal goo and only 1 stack of quill spray. Enemies in Fog of War are now hit by the goo as well as quill sprays. Goo projectiles are no longer slowed, or no longer affected by spell reflection. Mana cost decreased, cooldown decreased. Wait, this hero might just be sick. This hero might actually just be sick right now. Alright, Broodmother nerfs. Get fucked. Cliff Stomp now winds up for 0.5 seconds before the stomp. Centaur Warrunner can move during this time but can't attack. Casting other abilities, using items or issuing other hold position or cancel current action commands will cancel the cast. That's kind of cool. New ability granted by Aghanim's Scepter. Centaur Warrunner deploys and pulls a card for 8 seconds, gaining the Stampede buff for the first 4.5 seconds, depending on the level of Stampede. While active, the Workhorse ability is replaced with a Hitch a Ride sub-ability that can be activated with a previous effect. The Workhorse goes on cooldown once the card disappears. 75 mana, 30-second cooldown. I mean, it's better than it was. Like, it is better than it was, because it means that you get hasted movement speed, basically, for 4 seconds when you hit it. So you can cast it, grab an ally, and just fucking run. It's definitely way better than it was. It might still be clowny, but it's better. Alright, slight CK buffs. Penitence now grants attack range on the target. That's fucking crazy. 350 is so much. Aghanim Scepter Martyrdom cast range and decrease from global to 1200. Martyrdom can now be cast on enemies to damage them for the current values of Hand of God. Chen might be bussing, guys. Who knows? I don't know. That seems kind of weird. I'm not a Chen player, but maybe it's good. Aghanim Scepter now increases the number of hits to kill burning skeleton archers by 1. Yikes. Scepter interval decreased from 0.5 to 0.15. Distance between spawn skeletons decreased. Total range from 1300 to 900. Cast range decreased from 1200 to 600, so they have to be closer. But this makes the ability a lot better. Like, if you're playing Core Clinks now, it means that your army is out, like, basically in the same time it would have taken for you to spawn 2 skeletons. Your whole wall is out, and it's more compact, which means it's more likely that your skeletons are going to hit the same target. This is a good change for the hero. I mean, for a core, it's good. Alright, the rest of it's whatever. I don't care about talent changes. Projectile vision range while traveling decreased. Overclocking now increases jetpack's movement speed from 20 to 40. Okay. Aghanim Scepter now also allows Crystal Maiden to move, attack, and cast spells during Freezing Field in addition to the previous effects. Couldn't she do that already? Scepter time to Frostbite increased 2.5. New ability granted by Aghanim Shard. Crystal Maiden slides backwards 275 units, creating a crystal clone of herself in her place. Whenever the clone comes out after 5 seconds or is destroyed, the current level of Frostbite is applied on all enemies in a 300 radius. The clone is untargetable, but can be damaged with AoE effects. That's crazy! That's legit insane. It only costs... It's a 12-second cooldown and costs 50 mana. If you don't have any ground targeted spells, this thing actually can't be killed, and you just frostbite everybody. That's insane. This is actually insane. You can also use it to farm. You can just frostbite an entire wave and it'll die because it lasts 10 seconds on everything. So that means for 50 mana, you can kill a creep wave on a 12-second CD. It frostbites even if killed. Oh yeah, or is destroyed. So it does it either way. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Vacuum nerfs. Surge nerfs. Normal punch nerfs. Now, a 900 range targeted ability can target self. If cast on an ally, Jex travels to that ally at 1800 speed and spins around them for the duration. That is crazy good. This hero is also insane. This hero is actually so good now, just because of this change. Because before, the problem with Willow is you would basically have to put yourself in the middle of a fight if you wanted to, like, maximize your potential. Now you can use Terrorize and Bedlam from, like, 2k range. Okay, 900 range, technically. But now you're actually a real backline support hero. Instead of being, like, this hybrid hero who wanted to be able to sit in the middle of the fight and not be killed. Like, this hero, this Dawnbreaker hero, or sorry, this Dark Willow hero and this CM hero are just both fucking crazy good now. Yeah, it's definitely a Dark Willow meta. Base armor increased by 1. Cast point on Starbreaker halved. Aghanim Shard no longer improves cast point. Stun now pierces debuff immunity. Alright, let's go. I mean, a lot of these changes are actually pretty good. Normally when I see these, like, number updates, it's just a bunch of nerfs, but this is good. They're, actually buffing a lot of heroes who need it. Base armor increased by 1. Cast point on Starbreaker halved. Aghanim Shard no longer improves cast point. Stun now pierces debuff immunity. Alright, let's go. I mean, a lot of these changes are actually pretty good. Normally when I see these, like, number updates, it's just a bunch of nerfs, but this is good. They're actually buffing a lot of heroes who need it. Still gonna be top pick at DI? Oh, you mean Darkseer? Yeah, maybe. Alright, mana cost on Shallow Grave decreased. Mana cost decreased from 90 to 70. Aghanim Scepter upgrade can now bounce between allies and enemies regardless of who it is cast on. It's a good change. Instances of health cost increase now stack independently of each other. Thank fuck, that was actually so bad.
Smile.
Okay. Mail talk, I think with the 4 months, brother. Alright, I mean, these are good changes too. Dazzle's probably still shit though, especially compared to the other support heroes. Wait, why are they buffing DP? Stop that. So she got like a 5% increase on her exorcism damage and some MS. Grip Swarm applies hit percent slow for 1 second. That's pretty good too. If the target is trapped inside the kinetic field, the Thunderstrike now hits all other enemies inside the field. Any combo players log in? Doom, Scorched Earth, now upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Heals Doom and controlled units for 60% of the damage values. Burn Blade, Aghanim Shard removed. Stun duration increased. Doom no longer applies mute. Now makes the target unable to be healed. Damage per second increased. Cooldown decreased. This hero kind of sucks. I don't know what the point of this is. Okay, I do know what the point of it is. I'll explain my own idea on why they did this. It is very common for Doom to jump a hero and simply not be able to kill it because it will either regen or get like some help from another hero. And you will basically like... You won't be able to kill the guy on your own. You know, that's why he was a bad core. You play against heroes like Slark or whatever, and they just start walking out of vision of you, and their Dark Pact passive activates, not Dark Pact, Shadow Dance, and they just start regenning like a billion HP, right? That would happen on a lot of heroes. They would just be able to run away, and you can't actually do shit about it. But with this change, like specifically this change, it's very good against tankier heroes. So you're actually better at killing yourself than you would be before, assuming the target doesn't have something like a BKB and they can just like walk it off, right? So if the target has like BKB or other items to get away, it is worse. However, if you are only trying to kill and you have follow-up, it's way better. Like, way better. So like basically this means that Doom is much better at killing, but he is much worse at actually removing the hero from the fight, if that makes sense. Like before, Doom was just like a glorified, you know, 16 seconds, fuck you. But you didn't always die. You would just walk around back and forth and wait to go back in. It still silences, yes, but you can still use items. Which means in the mid-late game, support heroes are actually going to be able to save themselves, technically, from the Doom, if it comes to that. But I think this spell is now exclusively to be cast on, like, tanky heroes or cores that otherwise wouldn't die, you know? And it is anti-aura as well, which I like. Because there's not actually a lot of anti-aura stuff in the game. So for example, let's say there's like an Underlord, right, on the enemy team. And he would like pipe and grieve the guy that you doomed. That guy was never going to die. Like ever. He was never going to die. Now he'll actually still die. Which is good, because Doom couldn't do that before. But he is objectively worse at removing heroes. In the sense that like, before, you could just doom the guy who carried the auras and kill him. Now you're going to have to doom the other core, which is actually better. Because usually the only value that the Underlord would give is buffing the core. Right? And then that core, you couldn't go on him, but now you can. Hard counters Alk. Yeah, against heroes like Alchemist and Slark, it's way better. Like, hands down. He just does different stuff now. I think all in all, it's probably better because you also get this heal too. So like these things in conjunction, you now basically get to like run a guy down and you're tankier too, which is important because Doom always wants to be like that guy in the front. These changes might bring him back, honestly. I think you're going to see a lot of Doom experimentation. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of people doing like the old build, and you're going to see like core heroes actually dying to Doom. It's a Beastmaster meta? Yeah, I think it looks interesting. These changes actually really help Doom, though. Because I would see core Doom, and I would just know we won because the hero actually couldn't kill anybody ever. This hero will actually be able to kill stuff now. There's like a ton of sustain even without like it being as much of an aura meta as it was. But he definitely needed those changes. So yeah, Dark Willow, CM, Doom. Who else got a lot? The Dawnbreaker stuff is nice too, honestly. The Chant of the Clinks changes are also pretty good. Like the Centaur changes are pretty good. Like honestly, there's a lot of pretty decent stuff here. And it's not just all nerfs, which I like. Alright, let's check out DK. More bonus MS. Better dual breath. Or not dual breath, better corrosive damage. Okay, longer stun. I mean, some hero, yeah, a lot of heroes are just getting buffs because so many heroes were just bad before. While on Glacier, marksmanship now isn't disabled by enemies in the proximity. That's crazy good. Drow can now walk freely off the glacier over the barrier. This is insane, dude. Drow's so good now. +1, the talent no longer increases the total channel time, making all the waves faster. This is good too. Yeah, Drow buffs. Now makes Earth Spirit completely untargetable and invulnerable while rolling. The hero is still vulnerable during the delay after the cast. So you can't like, if there was like an Earthshaker or something, you can't be fissured mid-roll anymore. It just kind of guarantees you're going to go where you want to go after the cast, so that's good. Nice, more Spell Lamp, Core Spirit's back. Yeah, I think you might see more Core Spirit. Alright, bonus attack range increased. Aftershock radius. Wow, that's a lot, actually. Aftershock going up 50. That's actually a shit ton. ES is already seeing some play, too. No one cares about Elder Titan. Fire Rim at cast point increased. Shard Bird radius decreased. Shard Burn now only starts dealing damage when it stops moving. Why'd they nerf Ember? Ember was like... I don't like that. I don't think Ember needed to be nerfed. Base damage increased by 2. Aghanim Scepter now increases the max enchant. Wait. So they don't want Enchantress to be an auto attack hero anymore. Sporank now granted by Aghanim Shard. Additional enemy search range decreased. Cooldown. Oh yeah. Auto attack and just kind of dead now. Now also, roots a target in place for 2 seconds, plus 0.5 seconds for each creep in range when casted upon a maximum of 5 seconds. I mean, a 5-second root's pretty crazy, but who's buying Ags on Edge? No longer cast on units. Now a no target ability that summons 3 Eidolons 100 units left right behind Enigma. Now has a health cost of... Wait. Damage and... Wait. Well, rip Enigma. Here's Dedge. Alright. Oh, they buffed Void too. Phantom's Embrace now refreshes when the Phantom reaches Grimstroke rather than the moment Rend damage is dealt. Projectile speed increased by 300. So that's like kind of a nerf. I mean, it is a nerf, but the projectile being faster is kind of cool. Helps the hero actually connect, which I think is one of his biggest problems. Like, he had a really hard time, like, getting his Phantom's Embrace on a hero unless somebody else led for him. So that would be... That's, like, in my opinion, that's a buff. Buff duration increased from 3 to 5 seconds. Can now be detonated via Ink Explosion sub-ability at any time during its effect to end with an AoE explosion. That's a crazy good change. Holy fuck. Sub-ability replaces Ink Swell for the duration of the buff. Cooldown starts upon cast. Max duration increased. Let's go, dude. I love Grim. Cast range increased too. Yeah, Grim might be back too. Now fully pierces debuff immunity. These are really good changes for a lot of these heroes. Like, Grim is going to be good. Dark Willow is going to be crazy. I think Dark Willow is literally going to be a T1 support, so is CM. I think Willow is probably the biggest winner so far, though. Gyro now has slow resistance for the duration of Rocket Barrage. Now at 200 bonus night vision. Aghanim Scepter Side Gunner now attacks an additional target when Flat Cannon is active. Okay. What about Dazzle? Eh. His changes are okay, but they're not enough, I think. He needs more. Scurry now provides 200 attack range when activated. Sharpshooter now deals half the damage to creeps the bolt flies through. Aghanim Scepter now also increases Sharpshooter's projectile and charge speed by 25%. Huh. Do they want that hero to be a core? I guess they want it to be a core. Now additionally slows the target's attack speed. Why are they buffing Huskar, man? Fuck off. Fucking, I'm not reading that shit. Invoker. Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. First off, I read the first line. Let me just say this. This character is supposedly the smartest being in existence. How is he a universal hero? How is he a universal hero? He's the smartest being in existence, but he's a universal hero. Anyway. The smartest being in existence would choose to be universal. Okay, that's actually completely fair. All right, let's read this shit. Wow, he got 1.25 base health regen. Oh yeah, his base damage gets gutted because he's universal now. All right, base or edgy gain decreased a little bit. Base int increased. Intelligence gain decreased. Damage level 1 decreased by 6 to 4. Wow, he's even worse at level 1. Damage gain per level increased. So he's actually even worse at level 1. Strength per... Oh, wait, I forgot these give you stats now, dude. I haven't played Invoker in so long. Right, so they have to account for the stats given by the Quaswex Exort stuff. From 2 to 1, no longer grants health regen, now grants 2 to 8% lifesteal on Invoker's abilities per orb on cast. The value is stored at the moment of the spell cast and cannot be changed by swapping orbs after. All spell lifesteal works at 1/5 of strength on creeps, does not affect items. So what's like the strongest? So it's snapshots for the spell only, based on that wording, right? Yeah, he's literally invincible. That's what I was saying. That buff is actually really good. I think you're going to see core Earth Spirit again, too. Like, mid-Earth Spirits are going to fucking eat that shit up. They get more spell amp now, too, at level 10. Like, mid-Earth Spirit is going to legit be terrifying. You're just going to get fucked on the whole game. Like, you have this maxed out roll, and you're just going to be fucking immortal. Like, I don't know, dude. Alright. Wex now provides cooldown reduction per orb on all Invoker's abilities and items. The value is stored at the moment of spellcast, okay. Spell amp. So Exort is spell amp, Wex is CDR, Quas is spell lifesteal. So the issue that I have with the Quas one is that you can't get spell lifesteal for any spells that actually deal damage because Quas is tied to everything that is like CC related. It's like Ice Wall, you know, Cold Snap. Those are basically, like, Forged Spirits aren't going to give you Spell Lifesteal because you're not actually dealing damage yourself. It's literally a summon. So why would they put Spell Lifesteal on Quas? Oh, it's when you cast the spell, not invoked. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Yeah. So what you would do is you would like Meteor or whatever, and if you wanted life back, you would swap the Quas and then you would drop the Meteor. Right? Yeah. So that's what you would do. Okay, I get it now. At first I was confused. Now I get it. Alright. That's really good though. I like that. It's also gonna skyrocket the skill ceiling of this hero. Like, the skill ceiling of Invoker just went up by like 10 times because of this change. Which I like. That's cool. Invoker being mechanically difficult and complicated is nice. Because there's a lot of different situations that you would actually want to swap between them based on what spell you're casting. Like, traditionally playing it, you're probably going to want Wex on for, like, every single spell that you cast. Unless you, like, really, really need the damage. And I think Quas will probably be the least used in general, but... 21 Spellnet, Meteor, Sunstrike. Yeah, but my point is, like, it's better to have CDR assuming your spells kill, right? If I'm Exort Invoker and my Sunstrike kills with just a stun, I should always just be on CDR when I use it, right? Because I just want to be able to do it more often. I don't care about the damage most of the time. Alright. Now heals Invoker for 16 to 128 every time it procs. Freeze cooldown decreased. Okay. Huh? Yeah, the Huskar meta's coming for sure. I don't know why they buffed Huskar. You can have both? No, you can't. Because you're either going to be triple Wex or you're going to be triple Exlor. You're probably never going to be anything else. The only time you're going to use Spell Lifesteal is if you're in the middle of a fight and you need to, like, Meteor Deafening somebody back and get some HP back so you don't fucking die. Like, the other... Like, Quas is barely ever going to be used. Alright, now grants Invoker 80 health regen. For Quas and... Invoker is actually just broken. This hero is actually just going to be insane. Sunstrike damage increase, Deafening Blast mana cost decrease, Alacrity mana cost decrease. Yeah, Invoker is definitely Gigapog currently. IO Aghanim Shard no longer grants bonus spell amplification. Aghanim Shard now grants 30 slow resist. Old one was better. Rip Lesh IO. Depends on how laning Invoker feels. He's universal. Okay, CMG. You're just gonna buy like a Bracer and a Wraithband, and you're gonna hit for 100 damage at level 5. No matter what build you go, you're gonna hit for 100 damage. You don't have to be Exort anymore. And Quaswex Invoker is going to be legit unkillable because you're gonna Cold Snap one guy, and you're gonna heal for like 500, and then if you need to, you can just Meteor Deafening and get like 1,000 HP. Like, he's definitely gonna be good. There's no way he's not going to be good. It's impossible. There's no way the hero's bad anymore. And yeah, you can also buy, like, all the cool stat items that give you protective things that you couldn't buy before. Like, I bet... Okay, here's my prediction, okay? You're going to see...
Jeez.
Walrus, thank you for the 9. You're going to see the return of the Quaswex right-click Invoker. Almost guaranteed. At the very least. There might be other iterations too, but I almost guarantee you that one's coming back. Alright, Aghanim Scepter no longer increases Macropyre distance. Scepter now increases Macropyre width by 70. Bonus duration decrease from 15 to 5. Aghanim Scepter now adds 2 walls of ice along the edges of the Macropyre that slow any enemies trying to cross them by 70%. Damage is pure and the slow pierces debuff immunity. Too bad they killed Atos, yeah. I mean, they kind of had to with what they were doing, right? I want to see what this looks like.
You fall into the dragons. I'll hold the scepter. No, I will.
Oh, I don't have my spell skill.
I don't give a just shake that ass, bitch, and let me see what you got.
Cheers.
Is my game, like, not patched? Yeah, my game is not... I was somehow logged in, but my game wasn't patched. I don't know, bro. Time to retest? Well, the only thing I tested was, Arcorden. All the Invoker spammers right now are like, Oh yeah, let's go back to the demo. Unironically, safe lane Invoker. Like for real, on God, no cap, no stack. Let's see if you actually need Ice Path for this to work. No, you don't. Dude, that's a fucking crazy ability. Holy base. That's a thick one. Alright, where were we at? Okay. Blade Fury duration, replace with Blade Fury DPS. Blade Fury DPS, replace minus 3-second Blade Fury cooldown. They killed him, my child. Actually, the Blade Fury DPS being level 15 is kind of cool. That means your mid game is like crazy strong in comparison. I mean, to be honest, this was like a bug. This definitely shouldn't have been how it worked before. But yeah. It was inevitable. Yeah. I think that the hero having this at 15, though, is still pretty fucking strong. Because you gotta remember, that's like, it's 260 now, with that talent at 15 for 6 seconds. So it's 260 for 6 seconds if you take both the spin talents. Wait, no, you'd have to choose. Yeah, you'd have to choose actually between uptime and damage. So yeah, it's 260 for 5, which is still a fuck ton of damage. Might be enough to make his mid game not absolute trash. Because like the previous iteration, like the Yatoro Jug or whatever, the SNY Battle Fury stuff, it was good because you hit a 20 timing and you were basically just immortal once you hit 20. But that was because Jug outside of lane is fucking dog shit. So now you have a 15 talent that actually does something that isn't just healing ward cooldown. So you could theoretically take that talent now and try to play the game. Red Jug, shut up, dude. You're dumb. Huh? This isn't the same tier. The healing ward talent is 15. You're now choosing between the Blade Fury DPS and the healing ward CD. That's the 15 talent, dude. Do you even log in and play Dota? Hello? You literal dingus. I'm saying you're gonna take the spin talent now because it's better than the healing word because you're not playing for a later timing anymore. You're playing for a 15 timing. Like, the 20 talent is significantly worse. It's still probably the one you take, but it's definitely worse. Alright, Mana Store decrease. Rip Zach. Mana Restore and cooldown reduction are 25% more effective when cast on self. God damn it, Zach. Fuck you. Damage and slow are now applied to all enemies in the torrent area throughout the duration, not just enemies caught by the stun. Okay. Agent Commander, base strength decreased by 2. No, stop nerfing it. I don't care about that. 100 chain damage replaced with Chain Frost on death. Suicide Lich guys, log in. Lifestealer buffs. Oh, he gets damage now. Kinda cool. This is way too late in the tree for it to be good, but... Does Torrent farm now? No, it's just saying, like... Okay, so you know how if you were to walk into a Torrent after the initial, like, stun, it wouldn't do anything to you? Now if you walk in after it goes off, it's still gonna damage you. You won't get stunned, but you'll take damage. You just can't walk into Torrents after they go... Alright, Lina nerfs. Now also burns enemies, dealing damage per second. Damage interval 1 second, burn duration 2 seconds. Okay. It's a weird one. Mana cost rescaled. Okay. Now supercharges Lina, granting her 10 stacks of Fiery Soul for 5 seconds. Maybe she's not nerfed. Yeah, the armlet buffs and also buffing his ulti. I don't know what the fuck. Ice Frog is on the sauce. Like, Huskar is gonna be in every fucking game, bro. I don't want it. Oh my god, dude, Lone Druid buffs, let's go! Why am I so excited for Lone Druid? I gotta go pee, hold on. I'll read it when I get back. Alright. Mana Drain no longer has a mana cost, can now target allies within or without the 15 talent. Grants bonus movement speed when used on allies and no longer drains mana from Lion when allied target is full mana. Movement speed restored or decreased by 50% of the slow and the mana stolen values. Okay. -2 hex cooldown, replaced with Earth Spike, affects a 30-degree cone. Okay. I mean, this is good for the hero. Alright. Bear is now a universal creep hero unit. It has 0 base attributes and does not gain them with level, but attributes received from buffs or items fully affect the bear as they would for universal heroes. The bear cannot gain experience, but the health and damage increase of lone druid's level by 90 and 5 respectively. Bear now has its own Aghanim Scepter and Shard upgrades. Aghanim Scepter allows the Spirit Bear to attack at any range from Lone Druid and to survive if the Lone Druid dies. Aghanim Shard grants an active ability Fetch. Spirit Bear roots the target unit or rune and uncontrollably drags it towards the Lone Druid for 2.25 seconds. Wait, the Spirit Bear is slowed by 20% during this, and the target is gradually dealt 300 damage over the duration if it's an enemy. The bear is not slowed down while fetching a rune. I'm gonna have to lobby that. I don't know what the fuck that means. Spirit Link is now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. Lone Druid severs a link to his Spirit Bear and connects to the target allied hero, sharing the Spirit Link bonuses with them for 20 seconds. Armor sharing and attack speed bonuses are increased by 35%. That means basically, you're giving him like 100 attack speed. It's kind of like overcharge, I guess. Damage done by the ally heals Lone Druid as well as the other way around. The Spirit Bear is feared for the duration of the transformation unless he has his own Aghanim Scepter. Alright, that's a lot to digest. Hold on. That's a lot to digest. Hold on. I gotta check it out. Hold on. I want to know what the fetch thing does, because... Alright, what are the bears level 1 stats? 28. Alright, so the level 1 bear is basically the same. But it can gain stats. Which means you can put a brace around it at level 1. But would you do that, or would you buy a Wraith Band? I feel like you would buy a Bracer. Maybe not. Alright, let's see if the, what the shard thing does. Grabs the target ally, enemy, or rune. Okay. Okay, dude, hold on.
Here we go.
Oh, I have to bind it. Wait, where's the bear? Where's the bear hotkeys? Oh, it's under neutrals. Okay, so I don't want it to be V. Wait. God damn it. Fuck. Put it there.
Yes. There is much still to be done. Patience.
Would you just buy treads on it now? Nah, you probably still want Fizz. So it gains 90 HP and 5 damage per level. But you can also buy stats on it. It's kind of interesting.
Worthy.
So wait. I'm trying to think. I mean, you wouldn't buy Atos or anything. Can you force it? I mean, probably. But you guys are memeing. Like, this hero is definitely still a core. He's just a better core. I mean, could you play this hero as support right now? Maybe. The thing is, well, the things are dying, right? So, like...
Cut and run! Yes.
I mean, this is just a guaranteed route, and it's just a shard. Which means that this is only a 1400 gold investment to get a 300 damage nuke that also CCs for 2 seconds. I think that's pretty good. Right? Like, I don't consider that to be bad at all. There's a bear's HP at 10. Well, this is also not a leveled up bear. This is 2800 HP. Wait, he doesn't gain health from strength. Okay, so he just gains damage? No, he doesn't gain damage either. Wait, hold on. He does gain damage. Oh, it stays the same stats. I'm stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is actually good. Like, the hero seems alright.
Hello, I'm Gabe Newell. You've just achieved.
Like, this is definitely better than it was.
And have fun.
Yeah, it's universal. I'm just dumb. Okay, there is one thing that's kind of weird, though. You probably just want MS. Wait, hold on. Yang and Sang Bear? Log in. Think about it. Look at how fast it is, bro. Look at that. That's kind of OP.
Attack! And what?
Shard is worse than the old one? It's worse in some situations, yeah. But it's way better in, like, the majority of them. Although you're probably going to see Spirit Vessel every game, so maybe it just sucks. I don't know. Yeah, it's Lasso. The thing is, you guys got to remember, the thing that makes Lone Druid a core is his ability to survive. It's his ability to survive in situations where other heroes would surely die, and a big part of that was because Shard would dispel you. So, like, in games where the enemy team is very obviously going to buy shit like Vessel, you kind of just buy Shard, because the old Shard was actually still very good. You know? Actually, no, wait, he still has it. He still has the Shard. Because that's the Bear's Shard. Yeah, that's the Bear's Shard. The Lone Druid still has his Shard. You still have to buy, you just have to buy 2. So you can have that and the other one. So you can have the Dispel. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, they both get them. So you can have the old Shard and the new Shard together. Yeah. You can just have them both. Yeah. That hero's crazy. Honestly, might be an offlane hero. Alright, think about this. You go offlane, right? You buy, like, your phase or whatever, some small stat items, and you go for the level 20, or level, whatever, 15-minute timing, double Shard, and you just murder people. Log in. I'm into it. Can a bear get it from the Tormentor? I think it's probably just going to give it to heroes. Mass Wraith Bands? Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to buy stat items. Alright, let's see. Aghanim Shard, upgrade removed. Now upgrades are upgradable by Aghanim Shard. When activated, creates 4 Moonglaives that rotate around the Luna for 150 radius for 6 seconds, reducing damage he takes by 20%. If the glaive collides with an enemy unit, it deals 75% of Luna's attack damage once per revolution.
From exile, I am the best.
What? Other games have had damage barriers before, buddy. Hold on. They're stealing from much older games than fucking Vampire Survivors.
Illuminating.
It hits creeps.
Unworthy.
Wait, how much damage does it do if I have, like, this?
On the prowl.
Because it scales with your attack damage,
The moon
right?
smiles upon me. By starlight.
Oh, right, I didn't have my... You'd have max
What do
this.
you see?
Is it in buildings? Probably not. It says enemies. Dude, this... Holy shit! This is crazy!
Death approaches.
That's so much damage! Yo, Luna anti-Illu hero? So Blade Vortex could have been. See if it hits
Quickly now.
buildings. Nah, I didn't figure it would.
Let's go. Aye.
Ah! Okay. That's a really good shard, though. for sure.
They will
Skis.
fear me.
Good shard. Definitely good. Definitely very strong. Sorry, I mean, because the thing is now, right? Here's what you do. Before, it would be really hard for you to walk into the middle of a fight. But now if you BKB and you hit that and you just walk in, you basically can't be focused, you know? You're just like giga powerful. I am a good shard. Fear no longer affects creep heroes. All attack damage reduction replace a 2 howl armor reduction. I don't give a fuck about that. None of that matters. Now stuns enemies for the duration of the airtime. God damn it. Aghanim Shard now also decreases rebound cooldown by 3 seconds. Buff is now a permanent for Marcy and her ally, dispellable only upon death or buffing another ally. Marcy's lifesteal now also heals her ally, and the ally's lifesteal heals her. If Marcy and her ally are further apart from each other than 2,500 units, Marcy receives 50% of the bonus, while her ally receives no bonus.
What do I do?
Bonus damage
Dude, I'm
decrease.
so fucking... Oh, what is wrong with that guy,
Lifesteal
dude?
decreased. Lifesteal is now reduced by 40% versus creeps. Cooldown 20 seconds. I mean, it's kind of a support vibe thing, right? You just get 6 damage and 10 lifesteal. Sorry, I mean... I mean, it's good, for sure. It's definitely good. Unleash no longer slows attack speed of towers. 25, 65 sidekick damage. So here's the issue, right? Like, this is good. God damn it. Woo! But it changes the hero's
My
lane
ass.
dynamic. Like, before, when you played Marcy support, you were playing to kill the lane. This is more of like, you control the lane more. Like, you control the lane more, and in the mid game, you're objectively better as a support because you have the same kit, but your kit is on the core all the time, and it's like, damage-wise, it's like 70% as effective, and lifesteal-wise, it's like a little bit less, or a little bit more than half as good, but it never goes away as long as you're not dead. 3-4 Marcy? I don't think so. I think this is like exclusively support. I think this is like a... You're going to see 4 and 5, maybe 3. Like, maybe. I think it's 4 and 5 vibe. Alright. Aghanim Scepter Shoulders are now... Soldiers are now placed in a wall formation with 2 of them on either side of Mars. Soldiers only attack enemies in front of them at 275 range, knock back any enemy they hit. Enemies are pushed to 325 range from the formation. Okay. So you just like... You just fucking... You just push him back. Hold up.
Time to save the world! Then they'll all see. Raha!
Yo, look at this!
Mundane. My spear
This is fucking hilarious, dude. Log in.
I picked.
I love Mars.
Nothing to it.
Why would I want that? Okay, dude. Okay, are you really... Let me show you.
To the front!
Why would I want this, G?
Axe goes.
Indeed. Damn!
How many wall bounces with that? 6? That's with me not hitting any buttons, by the way. I was just standing there. I didn't use W, I didn't use Q, I didn't use anything. It's good. It's also like... It's probably the single best peel in the entire game. Stinks? No, you're an idiot. Like, you're trolling, dude. It's actually insanely good. It is actually so good that I would consider even going at first item. That's how good I think it is. It's gonna be a never buy? 100% you're wrong. I mean, you're wrong when you argue with me, like, every time, but, like, this time you're, like, the most wrong you've ever been. Which is crazy, because you've been wrong a lot. I bet 500 MMR. I don't care about your dumbass MMR. Alright, let's see. Earthbind grants True Strike on targets replaced. Wait, that was a thing? I honestly didn't even know he had that. Maximum air damage decreased. Marauder nurse? What the fuck? Aghanim Shard now also applies Primal Spring where the monkey lands. 50% of the power. Ooh. Sorry, I mean... Oh! That's really strong. Fuck. That's actually so strong. Monkey is, like, gonna be fucking terrifying. Alright, Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. Adds an alternative cast to Morph. When enabled, Morph creates, beside himself, a strong illusion of the target hero that can cast all of the hero's basic abilities and deals 100% of the target's damage, but takes 300% damage. The illusion is alive when Morphling toggles Morph. He teleports to the illusion and destroys it before turning into the enemy hero. So wait, it's just old Morphle, like 6 years ago, but it's just better. It's like Replicate, but it's better. It's better Replicate. Because old Replicate didn't let you use any of the abilities. It was just an illu of the hero. Is Monkey bad at Riyadh that needed a buff? Well, I mean, a lot of the buffs they do aren't because of competitive stuff. They're because of pub win rates, and Monkey King's win rate in pubs is probably just not that high. But this is really strong. This is definitely fucking strong. Morphling might be offlane again, honestly, with this. This seems like a really good offlane bud. Yeah, I think the Monkey buff is, like, good. This shard is probably enough to make him a terror, to be honest. Alright, more to... If an enemy dies inside the calling, it grants an additional revenant for its duration and is refreshed. That's spooky. Secondary target bonus starts range increased. Physical body damage reduction decreased. Okay. Naga Siren base armor decreased by 1. Let's go. Nah, because it's still this means that every time you boundless strike, if you have the shard, you get, what is it, 150 damage and like what is it, 150 damage and like 25% slow or some shit every time you hit Q on somebody now, in addition to what it already does. No, okay, so it's 175 damage and 40% slow on top of the Q.
Relax. The Monkey King has arrived.
Yeah, but doesn't it just add the damage? I mean, we can just demo it, I guess, for right here. The way it's worded, I think it adds it. What's up, Alk? Only be there from the end? Yeah, but okay, like, okay, guys, for fuck's sake.
Forward.
Let's give him a heart.
Prepare for battle.
To be honest, I've like never used this thing. I don't even know how it works. Okay, hold on.
They won't do.
Yeah, it does do the damage. So it does the damage and slows in addition. So what you could do, right, is like, let's say you're going in or whatever, like normal go in, and you don't want to like commit to the fight. You can just jump back on the tree and then just keep him there for like an eternity. Nobody uses the leap. Yeah, but it's okay. I don't know how this is so hard to understand. When you cast Q now, and you're trying to catch somebody, it's only a 1.6 second stun, right? Now, it's guaranteed that you're getting the 40% slow for however many seconds. What's the duration? 4 seconds.
Moving to position.
Dude, you're insane if you think this is bad. Even for support Monkey King, it's good. Because it's just a free, like, 300 or 200 damage on top of what you already had. Like, you have your dumbass fucking... What do these 4 monkey players buy? Like this or some shit?
Yes.
You know, you fucking just yeet in and you're like, ah, whatever. And you orchid the guy and you hit him a few times. Oh no, he's running away, and you just bonk and then you get more damage. It's good. It also gives you different options to go in. You have to leap your hero into melee. Who cares? It also makes your ult infinitely easier to set up. Think about this. Before, when you wanted to, like, try to ring, you had to ring first and then Q, right? Now that's going to be stronger. Your initiation is going to be stronger. You're going to get more damage. People are going to be forced to use items immediately when you go in because they're going to be slowed for 4 fucking seconds. Like, how do you not think this is good? I don't know, bro. I think it's insane. I think it's really good. I literally never said that about a shard before. I thought a shard before sucked. I think that adding the W on top is good enough to make it like an always buy. I can see no reason now why you'd skip it. Nah, Doom is better at different stuff. He's not gutted. He's better at killing than he's ever been. Like, when you get doomed now, you're gonna fucking die. Like, no more getting doomed and juking in trees and, like, getting healed or whatever. Now, it's you get doomed and you fucking eat shit. That's basically what's gonna happen. Consuming a tree, spawn from Sprat with a tank no longer grants healing. We knew that already. Now deals damage every 0.5 seconds for the duration. Monka? 32. What's the max duration of Sprout? Like 7 or 8 seconds? You can BKB now in Doom? Yeah, and you won't heal while you're... First off, Doom is pure damage. And it's only 50% magic resistance on top of that. So BKB was never really good against Doom in the first place. It didn't do anything to the Doom. Even if you preemptively hit BKB, pre-BKB nerf, like pre-change, the only reason you were pushing BKB is so other heroes didn't hit you, right? That's why you were doing it. You were BKBing defensively so you didn't take additional damage. So now, you're going to get doomed, you're not going to be able to receive any healing, and even if you BKB, it's the same outcome, because you still can't cast spells. It doesn't mute you anymore, but you're still silenced, and the silence goes through the BKB. So you're sitting there, taking 1 billion damage, unable to be healed. Hitting your BKB is not going to feel good against Doom at all. You're still going to be forced away. And he's also healing now while he has Scorched Earth on. A hero who has 1 billion HP, good mobility, does a lot of damage, and he's going to have high armor too, because people are just going to be building like the old Doom. Trust me, Doom is better. He is definitely better. Alright. Yeah, this Sprout chain is kind of interesting. I'm not sure, like... I'm not sure what Prophet's gonna be, role-wise, but I think there's definitely potential. I think you might see some mid Prophets. I think mid might be his lane. We'll see, though. Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed. Heartstopper or now upgradable. 60% of current health regen. That could be pretty good. Dude, nobody bought the old Ags. What are you talking about? Dude, literally nobody bought the old Ags because Nullifier existed? Nullifier is in the game. Why would you ever buy the Ags? Crippling Fear now deals magic damage per second. That's actually pretty good. Crippling Fear is what? 7 seconds max rank. That's 210. Now refreshes cooldowns and non-ultimate abilities on cast. That's also very good. Okay, this hero is solid now. His lightning's still gonna suck ass. But his timings are gonna be fucking... They're gonna be fucking powerful. Wait, what's the level 1 damage on this, actually? Let's look.
I'm the beast of bedtime tale.
So it's 25 damage a second, so at level 1, this does 110 damage, 105 damage. Wait, it actually does more damage than Void. And it only costs 50 mana? Wait, you're just gonna use this to farm. Wait. You're literally maxing this. You're literally maxing Crippling Fear. Oh, right, the duration sucks during daytime. I forgot about that. Alright, yeah, whatever. You're still probably getting void. I mean, it's still... Yeah, dude, I forgot about the duration thing. Who plays Night Stalker? It's a good change. It's a good change. Yeah, it's good. Alright. Alright, I went way too far. Damage reflected increased. Cooldown rescaled. Wow, it's actually such high uptime now. Max level. Bonus vendetta damage reduced. Duration increased. Unrefined Fire Blast damage decreased. Now deals 1.5 times Ogre's max strength. Now also affected by the level 10 talent minus 1 second cooldown. Alright, CMG, log in. Your hero's back. Buy a bunch of hearts. Buy an eggs. Go. Heavenly Grace renamed to Repel. No longer grants bonus strength. Regen per. Now grants bonus strength and health regeneration per buff currently on the unit. Now only applies to the target, not to Omniknight as well. No longer applies Strong Dispel. Now grants debuff immunity for the duration of the effect. No magic resistance. Duration decreased to 6. Cooldown increase 45 seconds? Doesn't this actually just suck? I feel like this spell actually just sucks.
I don't give a just a shit ass bitch and let me see what you got.
Get
So-
to fuck nerd.
It's like... The bearded thing Alec made? Yeah, his fucking characters, dude. What a clown. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think the old Heavenly Grace is actually just better. I think this repel chain is like whatever. Alright, minus 2 second purification cooldown. Plus 3 repel strength regen per debuff. 2 repel duration. Yeah, I don't know, bro. This just seems like... For reference, for those of you who don't know, the old repel was just like 100% uptime. This is like 8 seconds every 45 seconds. What is that, like 25% uptime? 30% uptime? Ish. So they gave him old repel back, but it's literally just easily 300% worse. Which doesn't seem that good to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but... Alright, healing per second increased. Total heal increase. Aghanim Scepter now fully prevents the damage that would put Outworld Destroyer's health below 20%. Aghanim Scepter mana is barrier increased. Oh man, this hero is going to be annoying too. Sands Eclipse now applies a mana allergy debuff to the enemies for 7 seconds, causing them to take damage every time they cast a spell equal to the mana cost of that spell. Wait. Every time they cast a spell equal to the mana cost of that spell. What does it even mean? Outworld Destroyer is healed by 150% of the mana spent by enemies. Yeah, but why do they have to word it like that? It's just such a weird sentence to read. But yeah. I mean, that's just like, you apply a Pugna Ward debuff to the enemy team for 7 seconds after you cast ulti. And you also get healed every time they cast. Why'd they buff the shit out of OD? Because Valve wants all the fucking cringe heroes to be good. OD is going to be good. Huskar is going to be good. Okay, I take that back. Some of the cringe heroes are just way worse. All illusion heroes are way worse. Which I'm happy for. Thankful, even. Alright. No longer provides damage reduction per hero hit by Pangolier. Now grants a barrier per hero to Pangolier for 10 seconds. No longer disarms. Attack speed reduction. This hero is... It is better early for sure. But later it is way, 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 way worse. It is better early and just significantly worse in the late game. Alright, whatever. Coup de grace. Phantom Assassin refines her combat abilities, acquiring a 20% chance of gaining deadly focus buff with each attack. While Phantom Assassin is focused, her next attack will deal a guaranteed critical hit and consume the buff. Stifling Dagger has a 40% chance to gain deadly focus. The hit that lands a guaranteed crit may also activate a deadly focus buff, making consecutive hits possible. Deadly focus duration 6 seconds. So it's like a more reliable way of getting your crit when you jump on stuff. Why are Illu heroes worse? Because the anti-illusion items got buffed to deal more damage to illusions. It's like Radiance and Maelstrom and all the other things deal bonus damage to Illus now. Okay, PL nerfs. Yeah, this is just a PA buff. It just makes it more reliable, right? So, like, the other thing that you can do, too, is you can set up a crit, right? Like, you can set up a crit like you would prime a bash, sort of, but it's not PRNG, per se. It's like... No, the buff duration is 6 seconds. No, you're misreading it. You can consecutively crit. The buff lasts for 6 seconds. So when you get the trigger for Deadly Focus, you get a buff for 6 seconds. That buff makes your next hit crit guaranteed. So you can get the buff, throw a dagger, and it will crit that hero. Guaranteed. And that dagger can also proc another crit because it's a 40% chance to proc the buff itself. So if the dagger expends the crit, you can get another Deadly Focus with a 40% chance as soon as you throw that dagger again. So you could theoretically double crit. Right? And if it is PRNG, it's 60% between the two, right? Because a dagger is 40 and any auto attack is 20. So you throw a dagger, it crits because you have Deadly Focus. That dagger also has a 40% chance to just refresh the buff, giving you a second crit when you jump in. Basically what I'm saying is, it is very unlikely that you will not crit within your Phantom Strike. Like, basically, it's impossible to not crit. You will crit once, probably twice, every time you jump. Like, you know the whole meme where it's like, one dagger and I'm die? That's literally the hero now. You're gonna be dead all the time. She's gonna jump in, and she's gonna go crit, and you're gonna be dead. And that's gonna happen literally constantly now. Tester attacking shit? Look, I'll show you. It's not that hard to understand. PO still stuck with that BKB? I don't think you understand how powerful it is to just literally remove a hero from the game.
Prepare for battle!
Oh, I skilled wrong. Alright, so what you're doing, right, is you're hitting, right? Now I have the buff, which means the next hit's guaranteed crit. Boosh, right? I didn't mean to hit quit. Fuck my ass. Whatever.
The veiled sisters sent me.
Back in. Is it visible to enemies? I don't know. Maybe.
Sisters sent me.
Prepare for battle!
So what I'm thinking, right, is you walk around with this on or whatever. And you're just like hitting the creep wave, right? Like what you would do is you would play a lane or whatever because you can get it off hitting anything.
Oh,
Well, I guess
yes.
I don't have vision.
Yes.
So you like hit a creep or whatever.
Collecting my
Try to
food.
get your buff.
Very well.
And you have 6 seconds and you jump first.
Oh,
And you throw the dagger after to get a refresh of your crit and you just crit the fuck out of them.
Fun.
But that's gonna happen all the time, you know?
Taken by surprise.
Like you're just gonna crit so much more than you did before. Like you're just gonna be fucking crit all the time. Yeah, you can double crit for sure. Yeah, you can take over the lane. You could probably even play the fucking hero mid, honestly. Like, how is someone gonna deal with like 300 damage dagger spam at like fucking, 7 minutes into the game? You're just fucking dead. Like, mid PA is probably legit as fuck right now. Why is my mouse wheel not working? Alright, damage interval decrease. Now applies a 2% stackable mischance buff for every tick. Okay, so that's 5, 25. So 50% mischance on a sunray, full duration. That applies to egg too. It's like way easier to defend your egg now if people are trying to hit it. Like, you'll have a much better chance of living if you don't have a lot of protection. That's cool. But you need shard, I guess. No, I mean, PA mid is definitely way better. Like, think about this, right? You can bypass wards for free because you have blur. You walk to a side lane, you have oofs and fucking treads. And you can just delete somebody. Like, what are they gonna do? Your initiation range is like 1100 at that point in the game. You have max dagger, like 2 points into fucking W and a point into E. You bypass all vision. Blur doesn't get scouted by sentries. Like, PA's laning in mid isn't even that bad, right? Like, it's definitely playable. Alright. Bonus damage per hit reduced. Rock Throw now provides an uproar stack to each enemy hit. What the fuck? So bad. Okay, whatever. Aghanim's shard bonus damage increased from 20 to 35. Aghanim's set to rapid fire rate now mirrors Puck's attack rate. Puck's back. Let's go. That's what this hero needed, dude. Puck is back. Rapid fire keeps attacking enemies that are stunned by breaking the Dream Coil's leash. Mjolnir Puck's back. No, this is actually good. Like, I'm not memeing. Like, this hero is fucking strong now. Because, okay, they killed auto attack Puck a long time ago. And now they've basically revived it. Like, this hero, unironically, is going to be fucking strong as shit. Hook now instantly kills illusions. Cast stun on Pudge is now removed if Hook finds a target. Oh, that means you can, like, bite way faster, yeah? That's actually sick. Because before, you could only bite after the hook ended, basically. And there were a lot of situations where you would not be able to hook and bite a hero. And couldn't Queen blink away, too? So now you can, like, hook and insta-bite. And the person will still be on the hook, so they can't actually, like... Yeah, that's huge. Big Pudge buffs. Dude, this patch is sick. What the fuck, man? Everybody's getting buffed. Alright, Scream of Pain. Alright, what is this? Damage increased. Damage now gets gradually applied over 1.4 seconds duration of the knockback. Knockback is now undispellable. It's kind of nice. Can you do the hook blink thingy? Actually, yeah, you can. Because the way the hook works is the person goes to where Pudge is at the end of the hook all the time. So that means you can actually hook, blink back, and the person will get dragged to where you are when it ends, I believe.
Blink dagger.
Cut and run!
Forward. Prepare for battle.
Ah, no, it doesn't work. That's lame. It would be cool, though.
Sting from the shadows.
They changed that when they removed Fountain Hook? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Would have been sick if you could do that. It's still a big buff, though, regardless of not being able to do that. Base damage from another word increased. Oh, that's actually a lot more. The fuck? That's like 30% more damage. That would be broken? I was there, but I'm also old. Remember the oldness. Alright. Static Link now upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Increases cast range by 150 and adds an alternative to Static Link. When toggled on, it pulls Razor and his Link target toward each other at a rate of 100 units per second while the Link is active. The pull stops if the distance is less than 175 units from Razor. Does not affect debuff immune enemies. I mean, it helps. It helps him do what he wants to do. Bonus speed decreased. Previous Aghanim Shard upgrade is not part of the basic ability. Additional, wait. 2 other nearby targets, dealing 150 damage, slowing movement speed. Additional strikes prioritize the same unit type as the unit that triggered it. Search area 700, cooldown 3 seconds. Does it stop you from getting more damage? It just stops pulling them. The pull stops if the distance is less than 175 units from the razor. It doesn't stop the link. It just stops pulling them. It's like if he's in fucking melee range of you, it stops pulling. Pretty okay. Pretty okay. Wait, they nerfed Ricky? Wait, hold on. Base armor decreased by 2. Base damage decreased by 14. Strength gain decreased by a lot. Oh, the increase is agi gain by a fuck ton. Okay. Base agility increased to 30 from 18. Yeah. No, this is good. Yeah, this is good. I misread it at first. That's solid. Hero's gonna hit hard as fuck. Aghanim sharp bonus store range decreased. Wait, why are they buffing that hero or nerfing? Whatever. Now constantly moves towards Sand King at a speed of 100 milliseconds. What does it even mean? Oh, the Sandstorm moves with you. What the fuck? Aghanim Scepter Burrow Strike Spine Radius now equals 10% of the Sandstorm's current radius. Demo? It just means that the Sandstorm is going to very slowly move around with your hero. Like, let's say somebody places a lane sentry or something. You'll be able to scoot it away. You know how a lot of Sand Kings would like sit on the edge of their Sandstorm? Now you can like do this, and the Sandstorm is going to move to you.
Prepare for battle!
Yeah, we can check that too.
Yes, indeed.
They said it's as big as the 10% of the size of the AoE. I mean, that looks pretty big to me. Like, at least twice the size that it was before. It looks decent compared to what it was before. Get the talent. Wait. Oh, 15.
Rightly so.
Wait, I can't manually end it. I have to walk out.
I am ready.
I mean, this seems a lot better, to be honest.
Agreed.
This hero could actually be playable. But yeah, if you walk to the edge now, it just moves with you. I think it's better. Yeah, the Sandstorm moving is fucking hilarious. Look at this. I'm waddling away, dude. How are you ever gonna chase a Sand King now? Not only is a Sandstorm stun gonna be bigger, but you can just move in it, dude. I'm literally just fucking yeeting. That's funny.
Crixenes.
Also, I'm gonna get a sandwich after these fucking patch notes. Alright, let's see. 20 to 7/8 shard damage change, no one cares. Base attack range increased? Damage on return increased? Ooh, Shadow Shaman buffs. Mana cost decreased? Hell yeah, 90 damage. Dude, this is such a good spell now. 3 targets, 90 mana. What is it, like 140 damage at level 1? Hex now amplifies the damage the target takes by 20%. Increased. Ooh, level 1 Hex is 2 seconds now? Best level 1 CC in the game? Actually, the best level 1 CC in the game? 2 seconds? I mean, it does cost 110 mana now, but... This is actually a value 1-pointer now. Like, before, you could basically never leave this at level 1 because it just wasn't really a CC. Now you can actually... Yeah, 110 mana is pretty rough. But it's the only 2-second stun in the game now that isn't like Arrow or some shit, right? And at level 4, it's just better because it lasts longer and they take 20% more damage. Like, this is... You gotta admit, like, this is pretty good. Because now, at level 3, think about it. Level 3 Shadow Shaman can CC you for 4 seconds now. Even if he's 1-1-1, he can CC you for 4 seconds. CD is doubled? That doesn't fucking matter. You think anybody cares about CD fucking 1 minute into the game? I think it's way better. Total damage healing increased. Dude, his combo does more damage too. You're insane, dude. Think about this. You blink in, you start off with a Hex. Boom, he's taking 20% more damage. You ward trap him, you immediately zap. You know? And then, during that time, you know, you get like maybe 2 hits of wards off, I guess, maybe 1 before the guy has to be shackled. And then that shackle also does more damage. I want him to be good. Let him be good! Alright, Aghanim Shard now silences all of the targets if hit by glaives bounce. Okay, that's once every 4 hits, right? The silence on that guy. It's pretty good. Aghanim Sitter now creates 2 additional bolts instead of 1. Core Skywrath players. 1 arcane bolt per cast replaced with 25% arcane bolt. Okay, Core Sky. It's a Core Sky game. Meta, whatever. Just rush Ags and fucking throw keys. You literally can't die. You get the shard for the every time you cast a spell, you get int and armor or whatever the fuck it is. And then you get Ags, and you just fucking... From the ends of the ghastly Eerie, you can just permanently live because you're gonna have like 2k life and 30 armor. Pretty good, honestly. Yeah, I mean, he's squishy unless you are like getting multiple spells off in a fight. But the shard is actually an insane amount of survivability. Alright. Puddle duration increased to 7 seconds at all levels. Puddle duration on Aghanim Scepter increased to 25 seconds. Now passively grants attack damage while in water. I don't know, seems weird. Alright, no more linger duration on the Depth Shroud. 6 damage increased. Mana cost increased. I'll try to use the attack damage, now replace it 3 times. Ah, they nerfed the level 20 timing a snap. Okay. Now she's a terror at 25 instead of 20. Now also performs an auto attack on the target. Damage decreased. Is now refreshed whenever sniper kills an enemy hero. This includes all kills by sniper and not just ones from assassinate. Like, how far into the game do you have to be? I mean, I guess it's nice if you're, like, cleaning up the fight, right? Because that means you can, like, assassinate more than one target. But I think, like, realistically speaking, it's kind of just worse. Okay, level 1 and 2 are probably, like, slightly better. But the level 3 is just way worse. It does cost less mana, though. Alright, base strength decreased. Now an ultimate ability, Shadow Step. Uh-oh. What's the cooldown? 80, 60, 40. Mana cost 150. No longer cast Spectral Dagger on the target. Reality now has a 3-second cooldown. Now cast a Spectral Dagger on a target. This hero is very different now. The thing is, I can't say that it's better, I can just say that it's different. Because before basically, like, you would go for the farming items because your ult CD was too long, right? Hunt is a 3-minute CD. So because your ult CD was so long, you kind of have to play it for the late game. And you're really only, like, ulting for really big engagements, and the rest of the game you're just hitting creeps. But when you have an ability like Shadow Step on a much, much lower cooldown, like, you could theoretically Shadow Step like 2.5 times before you could hit Old Haunt even once, you know? So what you would do now is you would do stuff like, I don't know, Manta or whatever, right? Like, just some early game item or Diffu, and you would also be able to help gank. And when you go in, well, it is better. Like, okay, it's way more killy, right? Because you would never be able to double dagger somebody before. Now you can actually double dagger. So what you would do is you would like, obviously you max dagger. You would probably actually leave dispersion at level 1. And then you would get more points in a desolate, and you would do like first item manta, right? So it would look like this. You could even go shit like orb and stuff, and you would just have these maxed. Make sure I get the right shit. Okay, so the big differences here are like, you get double dagger, which you would never have had before because you would not have ags, right? You would like... I don't know, let's give him a fucking whatever inventory, like whatever he would have at like this time interval. Oops. I guess it doesn't matter.
Cut and run.
Yeah, the cool part is like, now when you go in, you know, you hit this daggers him, then he gets daggered again. Like, I don't know, dude, that seems pretty good to me. Like, this is literally just a Manta and an Orb of Corrosion. This guy has a Vanguard and fucking 1800 HP, and I turned him into Mist. Like, I think this is more like... Your timing is so fast. Yeah, so like, it hits him, you get your free dagger, you dagger him again. The other thing is, this illusion actually stays. So when they're isolated, you just shit on them. I don't know, I think it's strong.
I don't give a
Might even be an offlane here.
bitch and let me see what you got.
New patch help.
Indeed. You need visibility for Shadow Step? Yeah, that's true, but like, you're gonna have vision of a lot of fights, man. Like, yes, you will need vision, but you're gonna have vision a lot if the enemy team is fighting you. Storm nerfs Lamau. God Strength, also slow resistance, that's pretty good. Can now be detonated via detonate taser sub ability at any time during its effect to end it with an AoE explosion. The sub ability replaces, okay. So you can just disarm on command now, that's really strong. Casting Metamorphosis now ends Demon Zeal prematurely. Ability reworks, no longer dispels Terrorblade. This is a shard, right? Demon Zeal. Bonus attacks and movement speed are increased from 65 to 100, no longer grants double bonus to melee units. Now creates a 1200 range aura around Terrorblade, which provides Demon Zeal buff to his illusions. Duration increased from 7 seconds to 30? Can no longer be cast while under the effect of Metamorphosis. Casting Metamorphosis or Terror and Demon Zeal. Okay. So this is just like a crazy farming tool, right? Because you get 100 MS and 100 attack speed for 30 fucking seconds. That means you don't even need like meta to do Rosh anymore. You could just use Demon Zeal. Like, a lot of the time, Terrorblade would suffer because you would pop meta, and the enemy team would take advantage of the fact that you don't have meta, or you would win a fight with the meta, and then your meta would end, and you wouldn't be able to do anything after. Now you have this secondary tool where it's like, I'm gonna meta, win the fight, my meta wears off, it's fine. We could walk to Rosh for 30 seconds, I get a fucking Moon Shard. We'll just kill Roshan anyway. Seems pretty good to me. Or you can, like, more easily push after the fight when your meta's down. Well, no, it's not that you fight with meta down. It's that you fight with meta still, and you should always fight with meta, because it's better than Demonic Zeal for an actual engagement. Like, yes, you could fight with the Shard now too, for sure, but I think the big benefit is that you don't feel bad about pushing meta in bad ways, right? Enemy team disengages, it feels bad to hit meta. You take a team fight, but you can't get any objectives, feels bad to hit meta. Like, you're negating the downsides of hitting Metamorphosis a lot with that. Alright. Tentative ability removed. New ability granted by Aghanim Shard. Tidehunter throws a chain that leashes an enemy hero to a heavy anchor. Attempting to move more than 350 units away from the anchor reduces hero's movement speed to 100, while dragging the anchor behind them. This anchor can be destroyed with 5 hero attacks. Initial chain deals 200 magic damage, has a 1000 travel speed, and can be disjointed. Ability removes invisibility and provides fog of war vision on the target. Cast range 250, duration 10 seconds, mana cost 80. I mean, it's better than Tendrils. It's definitely better than Tendrils was. Because Tendrils was just too slow. It's pretty good, I think. Infinite scaling. Oh, the Kraken Chill damage per anchor smash kill. I mean, it's a little bit memey, right? You're going for like a Tidehunter carry type vibe. Oh my god, they just fucking killed the Zero. Well, not kill him, but losing 7 spell amp is pretty rough. They didn't even move it, they just got rid of it completely. Alright. Mana cost increased, rearm, mana cost increased, 2-second blind laser, 50 laser radius. Heat seeking missile stun. I mean, this is actually a really big nerf too to level 10. A level 10 is like, it kind of makes it so easy to perma laser, you know, when your laser lasts like 6.5 seconds or whatever it was. Now you don't get that anymore. Tiny has slow resist login. Now considers nature's grasp tree vines as trees. That's pretty good, right? So now you can like cross places on the map that you wouldn't be able to cross ordinarily with nature's guys. It's kind of good. There's 7 spell amp versus plus 6 seconds on E stack duration. Nobody ever took it on Timber. I think they took it sometimes, right? Like maybe 1 every 5 games. Oh, Rampage ability removed. Both Whirling Axe abilities are now accessible at the same time. Casting any of them automatically switches Troll to the form. They lowered the hero skill cap. Damage rescaled. Okay. Fervor now upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Increases Fervor stacks by 4 and grants Troll 20% plus 3 chance per Fervor stack to fire an additional ranged attack to any unit within... He's a lawnmower. What's Fervor stack max? 12? Plus 3, 15? So that's what? 15, 45, 65% chance? You just start yeeting auto attacks everywhere? It's pretty cool. Tag team that passively grants Tusk 50 attack speed or a slow within 350 radius. That's interesting. Cooldown increased. Aghanim Shard now allows targeting allies. Cast point, okay, whatever. Base damage increased by 4. No, my child. Wow, that is a big cooldown nerf for level 1. Does the Shard spray out troll autos even when he's in melee form? Yeah. Yeah. It does. Slow resistance. Enrage resistance up by 10. 400 Earthshock radius at 20 now. Enrage provides half benefit to allies that still have a radius in place with Earthshock has 2 charges. Base charge time... Wait. Base charge restore time equals the cooldown of the current level Earthshock. Yeah, okay. Now also reduces enemies' attack damage. This is good. This is a good change. 30% attack speed. Or attack damage nerf. That's good. Base attack speed also increased by 10. And swap enemy damage 200. This hero might be legit, actually. I mean, this is basically just like ranged anchor smash. Level 10, poison sting reduced. No one cares about that. Become universal. What the fuck? That's pretty funny. Alright, Viper Strike duration increased. Attack slow increased. Wow, 80 at level 1. Damage per second decreased. Projectile speed increased. Yo, Viper Strike is insane anti-carry now. 80% attack speed at level 1. 160 at fucking... You literally cannot attack this hero now if you get Viper Strike. Cast range on Nosedive increased. Yo, this actually owns with my build, dude. It's a Viper meta. Alright. 1 armor corruption, a Visage and Familiar's replaced with 2 Grave Chill duration. 20 Visage and Familiar's movement speed replaced with 1 armor. Okay. 8th the Remnant Aghanim Shard now makes non-hero units take 30% of the ability's damage every second they spend in the 8th of Remnant's path. So it's just like an extra farming tool, I guess. Phase duration decreased. I'm gonna set their base charge restore time. Okay. Mana cost decreased. Cooldown decreased too. Okay, so some slight Void Spirit buffs, slight stuff. I think the main thing about the Aether Remnant chain is that it's gonna feel worse to max Q. Or sorry, it's not gonna feel as bad to max Q. It used to feel really bad when you were like behind and stuff and you couldn't actually find kills because they keep nerfing the zero's damage. But now 15 minutes, if you have Q max and you buy the shard, you have a way to farm. It's kind of cool. Units of die affected by Fatal Bonds now spawn after the last 15 seconds. Imp stats improve with each level of Fatal Bonds. Aghanim Shard now also increases the level of Imps by 1. Imps cannot be controlled and chase after nearby enemy units, favoring heroes affected by Fatal Bonds. Upon reaching a target or dying, Imps explode, dealing up to 180 damage to all enemies in a 400 radius around them. Explosion deals 50% less damage to non-hero units. Imps don't spawn from denied enemies. Imp health, damage 14, movement speed 380, explosion rate 0.2. Imps seek any targets in 1200 radius and find and attack the nearest building if there are no valid targets. Imps don't explode when attacking a building. With Aghanim Shard now spawns Imps from the current level of Fatal Bonds, sharing the same stats. Okay. Golem has slow resist. Rescaled mana cost. I mean, he kind of does the same stuff as he did before. But now if you die to Fatal Bonds, it's like a cascading effect that can get like worse, I guess. Aghanim Shard upgrade reworked. Now procs Dominate, attack 0.2 seconds after exiting Shikuchi Invisibility, and also procs an additional attack if the Weaver has level 25 plus 1 Geminate attack. Procs still search for the marked enemies in a 1200 radius. So it just auto hits. It's a laning buff. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. It's such a minor buff for the lane. It is, but it's like, who cares really? One run talent nerf. Shackle shot. Duration increased. Huh. They'll spawn on creep kills too? Yeah, but it'll shove the flying fuck out of the lane. It's like, I don't know, it's pretty mid in my opinion. Max heal per second increased. Winter Wyvern can no longer deal physical damage to units affected by Winter's Curse. Affected targets now take 30% more magical damage and pure damage from Winter Wyvern and units under her control. Dagon Wyvern, log in. I mean, that's just a huge nerf, honestly. Death Lord now deals pure damage and pierces debuff immunity. Damage decreased. Okay. Aghanim Scepter attacks can now bounce to creeps. Heroes prioritized. Voodoo Switcheroo attack speed reduction increased. Mana cost increased. Okay. Skeletons now deal 25% more damage to heroes. Skeleton's armor increased by 2. Okay. Push gang. Vampiric Talent Lifesteal increased. Wraith Fire Blast stun duration increased. Alright, Thunder God's Wrath. Damage decreased. Oh, it's percentage damage of total HP. Ability change to auto cast toggle. Okay. Alright, well we got through the patch notes. So many invites. Alright, give me like 2 minutes and then we'll queue. I gotta make a sandwich. I'm fucking starving, and then we're gonna get